Yeah. So what are you kinds of things you're finding that
within them
indicate that they're refugee camps?
Well, it's quite interesting. Compared to the thought sequences above and below, these people are epically poor. They leave very little behind.
Okay.
And,
which is miserable for archaeologists.
Very little in terms of material culture, which is unusual. That the buildings are quite temporary in nature themselves.
Okay.
In one of the structures earlier on this season, about 30 metres further up the road, we found a small cache of standard finger rings in a little bag, and also a beautiful belt buckle with a purely Celtic design.
Okay.
Very un-Roman.
So that would suggest refugee.
Well, it would suggest that these are certainly not Roman soldiers.
Okay,
There's
sure,
no doubt
sure.
about that.
Yeah. So would this have been like camp followers that possibly?
No. This is actually, we think, it's fixed communities.
Okay.
So these people are not people associated with the army in any sense of the word.
Really? Okay.
There's no evidence of military occupation in that particular area.
Is that right?
So, the only thing that gives about a half military feel is the fact they've been laid out in neat rows. But if the army engineers laid something out,
that's all the Roman army engineers would have known how to do.
That's all they've done.
Neat rows.
They've laid out neat rows. So as I said, leisure building plots. This is a temporary refuge. And
Now, what did you find yesterday, Andrew?
We found an altar yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was that?
Up in the Centurion's apartment at the top there. A big altar, big for Vitruvius anyway, to the god Veteres, the god of Hadrian's Wall. It's only about 67 centimetres high, and has a lovely snake on the bottom with a snake with its eyes and its head.
Really? And that's pretty clear to see.
Great condition. Sorry?
What kind of material?
It's made of millstone grit, which is unusual because they're mostly soft sandstone. But this particular stone is millstone grit. Sorry guys, can you just step back a little bit for me?
Fiona back there. Yep.
It gets a bit uneven on here. Everybody to chip into the front.
Sure. Yeah.
We'll have to give you a wheelbarrow.
Was there any inscription? Yeah. That'd be fine.
There's a big M on the front of it, but no carved inscriptions. It's very. It's one of those stones which is sort of very artistic, lots of decoration, lots of design on it, but no formal inscription. You do occasionally get them. But, it's annoying. I'd have preferred an inscription.
Yeah. Inconsiderate of them. Well, that was good. So the peat would keep it.
Exactly. Perfectly preserved. I can't argue too much about that.
That's great. So when did you last find some limewood tablets?
2007.
Okay. So
the round tablets we went down to the right level. We've got about 17 or 18 tablets, mixture between the ink tablets and the stylus tablets.
Okay.
We were working with the M9 distance beneath the big buildings.
Okay. Now the March 1973 finding was
over by the oak tree.
Okay, right.
Still a sign in the ground, but it's basically when you get the junction of paths, the junction of paths outside the fort wall,
right,
about 3 meters down.
Yeah.
Where we are today.
Yeah.
And where you've got the gravel, have you already excavated there? Or?
Yes, we'd excavated those buildings in 2008.
And so you put the gravel over.
Put the gravel over so people can get in and walk around the building.
Sure.
So you already done as much as you're going to do there.
Done as much as we're going to do for the moment.
Yeah.
Somebody may come back and decide, right, we want to drop that another 5 meters.
Because you might find another layer of.
Right. I'll have to take my gravel out and get on with it.
Yeah, but you probably left records of exactly how deep your gravel was. Sure.
Well, the excavation is to tell you how far we've come, what sections we put through, and then occasionally, now 100 years later, some archaeologists go back to various trenches and reopen them up.
Yeah.
Just to double check the stratigraphy or to answer new questions, which people are asking of certain excavations. So
right, or new research has indicated that there's another layer. Yeah.
It's not completely uncommon, particularly on Hadrian's Wall, for this to happen occasionally.
Right. So in this dig here, you're not finding Roman short sword hilt, anything like that.
Well, we get bits of armor.
Right.
The majority of the most exciting findings we got was actually in July last year. 4th room up, and you'll see this in the museum.
Okay.
We found a murder victim buried under the floor.
That's not the first one, though, is it?
Well, we've got a bodiless Roman from this land because somebody was killed in combat. The other murder victim for Hadrian's Wall comes from Housestead.
That's right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
A couple, a man and a woman, knifed in the back and buried under the floor of the.
Right. So you found a murder victim right fourth
room up, buried in a shallow grave in the corner of the room. Unfortunately, it was a child.
Really?
10 or 11-year-old.
Oh my goodness. Horrible.
Possibly a slave.
Yeah, sure. Was there any indication of weapon with the remains?
So the head's been bashed in pretty badly.
Oh,
Looks like the hands and feet have been bound.
Oh, horrible.
And no evidence of clothing or any adornment. Which again would perhaps
suggest a slave.
Somebody of poorer background.
Good. Yeah.
All we can tell for sure is that this is a very young individual. It's somebody who was brought up either in the Mediterranean basin or southern France. At the age of 7, emigrated or moved towards the UK. Lived in the UK for about 3 years.
That's a lot of specifics to be able to derive from the remains.
You get from the teeth, and mostly lead and oxygen isotope analysis, where you can see where people have been drinking their water.
Sure, right, yeah.
This gives us good background information about how many years, almost like tree ring growths, how many years have they been drinking water in a particular landscape.
Wow. And that's how you can date the age of the individual.
That's how, well, that helps, but
the teeth.
The teeth help enormously, but changes the usual certain bones, of course, the size of the skeleton.
Sure, right. Oh, that's got to be, that's got to hit you in the gut kind of, too, when you find something like that.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a remarkable find, but not one that's particularly pleasant.
No.
There's a whole variety of things going on.
Sure.
The one thing they can't do is hide anything from you if they've left it behind.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because we take everything.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Forensics from afar. Yeah.
So how deep are you gonna go here?
Yeah, we'll probably go down another meter or so underneath where the water's cooling, and we'll push this trench all the way back up to the top.
Can you give us a brief description of kind of how you handle the dig? Some people are very much sponges, and other people are just digging.
Well, they're just taking the excess water out at the moment. When you get down to this material, this level, the way forward is to take it out with a spade, and you break it up in the wheelbarrow quite finely.
Yeah.
We do that because if you're dealing with organic remains, the last thing you want to do is to trowel furiously, because what you do is you just trowel them away.
Right.
And if it's a very soft wood or even leather, you can take the top off it, because your hand and eye coordination is such that if you in repetitive motion you just do this, you'll see it, but you see it just as you do that.
Yeah. Too late. Yeah.
So we take the soil out in chunks, and if we can, as square as we can, break it apart by hand. This is the best way to do it in recovery.
Yeah.
And of course, when we get to certain levels, we get the trowels back out. But it's
So you've got a wood beam here of some sort, so then when you encounter something like that, then you kind of work around it.
Again, that was
expose it.
exposed by spade. We're taking the material around about it. We don't sort of
peel it back. So can you date that timber we're looking at right there in the half round? Okay, just before Hadrian.
Just before Hadrian's walls construction started. Yeah, it's you've got timber posts which are the tags, and then there's the actual timber frame which had boards and planks all the way across when we excavated it. Taking them off. It's basically a piece of wall section, timbered wall with a frame, like a stud partition wall, that's just been pushed over. So not too dissimilar to sort of modern building techniques.
Right.
Yeah. A little bit more rough and ready.
Yeah.
It's the armor.
Yeah, that's right.
They're getting it up. They're getting it up quick. They're getting the roof on.
Sure. Right. Well, Andrew, it's very, very interesting. Thank you for thank you for filling us in.
Enjoy your visit.
We will.
I would say you'll see a big difference when you get down to the museum.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Great. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you so much. That's Andrew Burley. He's the son of Robin Burley, who made the big discovery in March 1973, right over there by that oak tree. That's where they started finding those 800 limewood tablets. But it's curious. I didn't realize they were still finding more of those, and that's great stuff. Really good stuff.